Welcome back to 30 apps in 30 days. Today we are doing a speed build. We're going to put 1 hour on the clock and we're going to ship an app using Google's new Nano Banana image generation model. Time is of the essence. 15 minutes left. Image generated here then. We're going to fail our 1 hour deadline. And now I'm regretting spending 10 minutes on the idea. Oh, come on. The image is there. It's literally here. We'll bundle that in as well to the app. Nice little before and after. I'll give it 30% chance of working. I'm going to show you step by step what we do to get this out to production. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you a free resource which has a bunch of ideas of things you can build with this image generation model. Peter Level says if you're not shipping a mini startup with Nano Banana, then you're missing an opportunity of a lifetime. The only limit is your creativity and how fast you can ship a user interface and put Stripe payment on it. Let's see how quick we can do that today. Okay team, it's 4:35. Let's put 1 hour on the clock here and see what we can do. So here's a quick roadmap of how I'm thinking about it. So we've got the idea we need to come up with. We need to set up the project. We need to build. We need to design. We need to hopefully have time to set up payments and stuff. If you've been watching the series, we've had some problems with this. So we'll cover these core bases and any problems we run into, and hopefully we can blitz through all of them. So we've already lost 1 minute, so let's jump in. So to ideate, we're going to go to Claude and basically just say, hey, we want to build this app and let's start jamming. Because we're so rushed here, I might not be able to go through and explain each part. So I have some ideas out of the gate. Thumbnail maker for YouTube, but we've already done that. We've got unfinished business there. Haircut generator, that could be a cool one to be fair. I've been thinking about getting a new trim, so if I don't get the forfeit buzz cut. By the way, if we don't ship before midnight, we have to spin a forfeit wheel. And one of those forfeits is a buzz cut. Haircut generators, what else? Interior designer, refurb tool. I like this one. So you can see like kitchen refurb or like a new paint. And again, this could also be like a car. You know, in GTA, when you go to a car garage and you can flick through different designs. Car mods, that could be pretty fun. But we got to think valuable. So let's go to Headshot Pro and Levels tool. Photo AI, because these guys are going to have a bunch of landing pages that are going to be their top use cases. So you can see here, so we can have a look and see like what things are working for them, and then maybe we can take them, improve them, make single page apps for them. So like you could have LinkedIn headshots, for example. So these are all just headshots, LinkedIn, business. A little pro tip, you can do site to basically see all the pages here. If you do site, then put that in Google, so we can see here all the landing pages, and they've just got a full directory really. Food photography, menus, food menus, influence, product, Facebook ads. I like this one, startup billboards. Everyone's been using these like billboard things, so imagine if you just had a site that was just like startup billboards. And this is an example of just going super niche, but sometimes for this you don't want to, yeah, we showed those apps there that are everything, but you want to niche down, own a space, make it really good, make it fun, make it just stand out a little bit. If you can own that space, then you're winning. You might not make $1 million, but you might make something. We want to make sure that we're doing something good. Okay, you know what? I'm leaning between a kind of kitchen interior refurb project, but because we did our food project yesterday and I saw how good Nano Banana is at food generation, let's solve the pain point that restaurants have. Here's a lovely local curry house here in Brighton. Food photography is hard, and when people are ordering on like Deliveroo or Uber Eats, they're looking at the photos. People buy with their eyes, and even though this chicken tikka may taste delicious, it's not looking the best. So perhaps our app, the problem it can solve is it can take existing photos or menu items and create super nice food photography images, whether they're existing photos or it creates new ones from descriptions, and perhaps we can have a few different styles for them. Okay, we've already burnt 10 minutes there. Too long to come up with the decision, but let's jump in. So for pure speed, we're going to come to Chef by Convex. Oh no, I've just run out of Coke Zero. Might need another one. Convex is similar in a way to Supabase, but allows us to move much faster, so I do recommend what we're going to do here. And you can see here, zero config auth, and makes deployment very easy. You can also use Next.js as Supabase, but for now, let's just jump in here. Okay, if I had the time, I'd be mapping out the user flow. I'd be using Claude to come up with a prompt, but we're jumping straight in here. So I said, I want to build an image generation app which allows restaurants to create better menu images. It's very simple. Main page, upload image or paste the menu item. Then pick a style selector, HelloFresh or fancy restaurant style. Excuse my spelling. Then we pass this to Google's AI image generation model. I will provide the code for that after we set up the project. Once the image is generated, we should save that to the user's profile using convex auth. I would like to use Polar components and have 3 free image generations and then charge them $20 or for 30 images or something. I don't know if this last bit's going to work. And like I said, forgive me for not explaining step by step. Maybe I can do another video where I take a bit longer and do a much better job of explaining every step. But for now, what I'm going to do is use this enhance your prompt button, which will hopefully do a good job of doing that. Okay, for some reason, we were lagging a little bit. Hopefully it's better now. I might restart 2 seconds. Okay, hopefully this is a bit better. But anyway, here we are. Convex Chef is cooking up. And I like how it's a chef and we got food photography. That's pretty nice. Okay, so we got the idea done. Project setup is now done, hopefully. And the build, we've not, I don't know if we're going to build this within here. It might be quicker and easier, perhaps. But we could get tied up. And we don't really want to be having to pay too much for this. Let's see what we get here anyway. But I think we're going to bring it locally and then I can show you guys how we do that. Again, guys, we're not going to have too much time for design and all of that jazz today. We're going to have to keep things simple. Right, whilst that is cooking up, we are going to head over to replicate.com and this is where we're going to use Nano Banana just because it's easy and it works. Yes, we should really plug into Google's main API, but for this, we can just get working super quick. So once you've signed up for Replicate and added some credits, we will search at the top for Nano Banana and then you can see it here. And you can actually run a bunch of models. That's what's amazing about Replicate is if you come to image models, you can see all these different models and every single model you're going to have potential app ideas. So if you are a builder and you have too many ideas, then you got to be careful on Replicate because it can send your mind a bit crazy with ideas. But anyway, like here we've got image input and prompt. And I believe it works without an image input as well. Let's just make sure. Chicken. Hopefully it does. Otherwise, this menu builder might not work as good as I thought it would. Yep, it does. So there we go, chicken tikka masala. And what we can do is we can provide an image input. And so if we go to HelloFresh curry to get a nice home cooked sort of vibe, we can save that, bring that into Nano Banana. So we'll bring this into Nano Banana. And then hopefully we should be able to get a similar style. And this is what I would say when you're building with Replicate, test the flow first in Replicate before doing it in your app. Figure out what prompts work, which way of adding in the images works. But hopefully here, I mean, it looks, is it the exact same image? Maybe that didn't work very well. Maybe we need just a prompt or something. Okay, let's remove that then, and let's just do a prompt I used yesterday that's like a kind of HelloFresh style photography. So this will be a poke bowl. And again, it also says up here how much it is per image. 25 images for $1, which means if you are shipping this, you do want to have some sort of payment in there. There you go, lovely salmon poke bowl. Otherwise, you're going to be burning through these tokens. Autumn and Polar seem to be the easiest payment providers to add. If you're doing this for the first time, be patient. You're probably going to run into issues and you're going to want to pull your hair out, but just take it step by step. Use LLMs to guide you through it and you should be fine. Okay, so let's check back in on how our app is doing here. And here we go, Menu AI, transform your menu images. Generate stunning professional food images. It's nice, landing page, style presets. Nice, I like it. And we've used all our tokens, so what we'll do is we'll hopefully just bring this subscription management system ready for premium features. Add Polar or Stripe integration. Okay. Convex impresses me more and more as the days go by. Great job, Convex, if you're watching. Oops, what's going on here? Oops. Okay, guys, we're approaching the halfway mark and we have got our project set up. So now we're going to download the code. Actually, let's give it a quick preview before we do that. Let's sign in and none. There you go. Lovely stuff. Upload all. Let's just do grilled salmon with rice. Okay, nice. So that's going to do that, and then we'll do generate image. It's not going to generate, but it's got these generations remaining. Very nice, and hopefully we should just be able to hook that up with the Polar component built into Convex. Download the code, open terminal. We're going to CD into a new folder within our Mac. Okay, so here we've made a new folder, Menu AI. So we're going to CD into that, and we're going to type CD space, drag that in here. That's how I always do it. Then we are going to fire up Mr. Claude. And as we're against the clock, We're going to dangerously skip permissions. You don't need to do this if you want a bit more control, but we're going to say, hey, we're going to change our model to Sonnet just so we can be quick. And we're going to say, hey, we're up against the clock here. Let's get this set up locally and all running with convex. Hey, we're running out of time, but we're good. Let's CD into this app. So hopefully, so that was within menu AI. So we've just dragged that folder in. So now we're in that directory. So then we're going to do Claude dangerously skip permissions. That's what we're going to type in. And if you're new to the terminal, don't worry, don't be too intimidated by it. You can also do this in Cursor if you prefer that, or you can carry on in Convex Chef. You don't have to bring it here. I'm just doing this because this is our workflow. You can do it in Lovable and Bolt or Replit, I'm sure. It doesn't really matter too much. The more accessible the tool, the less power you have when it comes to payments and stuff, but they're moving so quick you might be able to do it. But maybe we can do another video breaking that down. Okay, hey, we're up against the clock here. Can you get locally, please? Refer to convex rules. Good luck. So this should hopefully get everything set up. We've already set up convex with our environment and stuff locally, so we're logged in. So if you're doing this for the first time, you might have a few more steps. Again, just get the LLMs to walk you through it. It's 5:02. We've got about half an hour. I'm feeling good. Okay, the project is already set up with all dependencies. It has run npm dev. So now what we want to see is it on our local machine. So here we go, localhost, and we're going to have the auth already working locally, which is sweet. We're not going to have anything working here in terms of the image generation because that's what we're going to do now. We're going to plug in the power of Nano Banana. Okay, look how easy this is, guys. API. You click the API button here, and you can literally, I'll just paste it all in. You don't need to paste it in. You just need to paste in this bit. Now, obviously, depending on your environment, again, we don't have time to go through everything. I'm going to say here, well, before I do that, actually, I'm going to run a init within Claude Code, which basically initializes at claude.md. So Claude is going to understand what the project's all about. And like I said, you want Claude to have as much context as possible. So we're telling it to check out what it's got so that when it builds, it decreases the risk that it's going to go off on some rogue path. If you're liking the speed build, let me know. I might have to do some more of it. I'm quite enjoying it. Drop a like on the video if you want to see some more of these speed builds. And as well, let me know in the comments if there's anything else you want to see on the channel. We've still got a good 20 odd apps of things to build, so plenty of time to get creative and have some fun with this challenge. Okay, the Claude MD has been written. So we've got the convex rules, we've got the Claude MD, we've got everything running locally. Now it's time to plug in the power of the banana. So as you can see here, the file covers essential commands, architecture, key integration points, important files. So please confirm we haven't got any image generation model at the moment. Can you please make sure you got a good understanding of how the image generation works and how we're going to store the images in Convex and how we're going to generate them. I'll paste in the docs now for what we want to do, and I'll also paste in the API key. Okay, so what we're going to do here is paste this in here, and we need our API key because as you can see here, you might already have this, but we don't. So I'm going to put my API key in with those instructions to Claude, and then what I'm also going to say here is, can you please test to make sure this is all so we have contact with the API. You want to make sure that it runs it in the CLI, so it runs it within its own terminal environment first, just so you can make sure it's all working, all good. So let's get our token. We're going to come up to the top and then API tokens. So I'm going to paste that in and then I'll get back to you. Yo. I just have to get a bit hydrated. That's looking a bit weird. Let's turn that camera a bit. Okay, so I don't mind showing this because I'll turn off the API key. But, so you said, I'll help you integrate the replicate image generation model. So it's going to do a mock generation. It's going to say I can confirm you have no image generation model. So I asked it to check. It's going to set this up. It's going to install replicate. So let me do a test script. And it's going to just do it all itself. And that is the beauty of these tools now. And here you can say it successfully generated a image. Image generation works. Both the API is working. And then it's going to bundle that into Convex, clean up the test file, and it's going to run. This all runs in within Convex. Again, can't go into that detail, but it just makes it a bit easier. We're not messing with databases and stuff. So hopefully this is going to work out of the gate. This would be a good one shot. The time is 10 past, so we've got about 25 minutes to get this out. Are we going to have time to get payments in? That's my question. That would be incredible if we did, but let's get the core thing working. That way we can still ship something. whether it has payments or not. And again, we're having a few little errors here, but that is absolutely no worries. Don't panic if that happens. It should be able to crunch through them, especially if you've got the convex rules in there, especially if you've initiated the Claude project. Okay, here we go. The replicate image generation model is complete and working. Summary of changes made. No existing models. API integration, updated implementation, fixed architecture issues. Okay, quick question. Do we have preset prompts for each style? How is that working? So here we have these different styles. I want to just see what the prompt is. Okay, so we've got style presets, and we can actually open this within Convex. So if we log in, come on. We haven't got time to be doing all this. We haven't got time. My project, so you can see here in data, if we come to style presets, we've got here, and we've got these descriptions, name and prompt modifier. There we go. Cool, cool. So I'm just confirming here that if they upload an image, then that'll be sent along with the prompt. No image upload. Okay, so that is not done just yet. But maybe whilst that's doing that, why don't we test if this is working? So we'll say, what can we do? Hamburger. Wow, couldn't think of a meal. Hamburger and fries. So let's say I want to add that to my menu. I'm setting up a new restaurant and we're getting this error. Lovely. Again, never panic. Image upload is not. The infrastructure is ready for it, but the feature needs to be built out. Make a .md plan. So I'm going to ask it to make a plan. In the meantime, I'm also getting this what gives. So we're just going to paste in the image. I usually do that in separate prompts. Time is of the essence. We're just pushing forward here. We're doubling up. Again, we could have a new Claude window. Maybe we should, but for now we don't. In the meantime, I'm going to go convex polar and have a look at this. This is 50-50, but I don't even know if I've got a Polar account. No, that is Polar bike, Polar payments. So Polar, if you're watching anyone working at Polar, this is going to be a very good test of how quickly we can get through this. Okay, so it was an API issue, but now that's in Convex. So let's keep trucking here. I've got a feeling I might have to do a bunch of Stripe stuff. If we do, we could be cooked. What are we calling it? Chef, menu, AI, fixed price. Maybe I'll just do fixed price, like $20, and I can just cap that manually. And it's B2B actually, isn't it? So automated benefits. Come on, give us. Oh, there's no convex in here. Convex. Come on. Okay, so you can see us. We're cooking in real-time gas here. This could go either way. And it has added the image upload and fixed that error. Looking good. It's looking good. Some generated food image. That is not displaying properly. Maybe because. So let's just chuck that in. Image generate. Got anything? Also, we'll go to our console log here and just drop that in. And I do also like to just select that image so I can see it in the DOM. And we can drop that in here. Please fix. And meanwhile, where are we? No polar convex. That's a bit concerning, isn't it? Okay, we might just need to YOLO it. So we're going to CD into here. And then we're going to do Claude again. I'm going to change this to Opus. Opus plan mode. Hey, how would we go about adding polar? Okay, so for now, let's just have a fake limit, just for simplicity, so we can get this shipped. A fake limit, but in the copy, say it's 40 generations or something, or maybe 150 or 100, I don't know. If it's 100, we can tweak limits later. Use rules, convex rule, and Claude.md, come up with a solid plan. Sound good? Billing limit reached. Okay. Replicate account has set its monthly limit. That we did not account for that. 2 seconds. Replicate. $10. I swear I was just on $5. Manage billing. Add credit. Just add $20. That's not a good look, is it? Oh, there we go. We got credits back. Okay, I added. So it should work now. 15 minutes left. Okay, so here we go. Analyze your Polar integration plan. You have working subscription with free and premium. You are already use Polar SDK. Hold on, wait. We don't already have payment, do we? Just checking. Maybe Chef cooked it up out of the box. Yeah, it might take a minute to outstanding balance. Let's try this out here. Hamburger and fries, HelloFresh style. Nope. What is this error? Failed to generate image. You're absolutely right. Looking at this, you don't have mock subscription, static UI, fake limits. Are you happy with this plan? What do you need me to do? Time is burning. Okay, so it's going to start cracking on with this Polar implementation. So I'm going to go, whilst it's doing that, I am going to set up Polar and get the API keys here. Most importantly though, we need this working, and it is not working. So it's saying if you've recently increased your limit, then wait, basically. Billing limits. Not best timing for us, is it? Come on. Settings, billing. Oh, there we go. I've got a monthly spend limit, that's why. So now that should work. Oh, it might take a minute. Right, let's do this Polar thing. Let's just go to dashboard. We've created a product. Menu AI, $20 a month. Settings. API developers. What do I need? Where can I find these in Polar? Let's test this out in the meantime. This should work now. Saying please wait some minutes. Create account. Navigate to products. New product ID. Okay, so let's grab that product ID quickly. Products. Menu AI ID. Where is our product ID? I can't find that product ID. API key. Okay, let's test this out again. So hamburger, HelloFresh style, generating. Oh, come on, replicate. Really not helping us out here, are you? Okay, we're going for it again. Image generated successfully, but we're still getting that weird error, which is annoying. Even though if we come up to replicate and go on predictions, we're going to be able to see our hamburger here. As you can see, lovely hamburger. Okay, we still can't see the image properly. This is all part of it. I can see the clock and it's ticking down. Can we do it? Final summary document. So we are actually getting the payments integrated. Are we going to have time to get these stuff in? My product is Menu AI. I'm just trying to give it license keys. No. Settings. Identify. I've given it that. Org slug is okay. Right. Polar backend infrastructure added Polar package to complex database schema. Okay. So we've laid the foundations there for it. Developers new token. So let's just select all. Create that token. Menu token created. So we're going to paste that in. Our access token is here, and again, it's probably not good. It's not good practice to be putting all these keys really, but for this purpose of time, what else do you need? Webhook. Yo, it's me from the future. Before you find out if we make this hour deadline, here's a resource I was talking about. No email needed. Just jump onto buildsomethingpeoplesearchfor.com/image generators, and I put together a bunch of ideas that you could build with Nano Banana's new image generation tech. Hopefully it will get the inspiration going for you, and then you can get your own app out. Set yourself the hour deadline, see if you can do it, because it is possible. Okay, look, a image generated here then. We're going to fail our 1 hour deadline. Oh, come on. Super annoying. Okay, we've run into our paywall now, which is pretty funny. Remove the limit on the so I can test. And then if we go into our keyboard, remove the 3 image free limit for now so I can test. It's still okay, so it's trying to push that all to convex now. So I maybe need a webhook here. Webhook, add endpoint. Okay, what we're going to run into here with the Polar is we're going to have the sandbox environment and the production environment. So ideally you should set all this up in the sandbox environment and then get it deployed over. We're just trying to race, so we're doing it straight here, which I think will not allow us to test it on local. But come on, let's get this image generated, because we've laid the foundations here for this paywall. And now I'm regretting spending those 10 minutes on the idea. Just jump straight in there. And also it might have been good in hindsight to get this image API stuff working with Convex Chef, because it might have just had a better context of the Convex environment. Okay, so now we've got a webhook URL here. So we're still getting replicate errors. Okay, so it's saying go to Polar dashboard, add these webhooks. Let me bring that down here. URL is there, select payload, format, gets raw, checkout session complete. So we'll just bosh all those. Got this webhook. Okay, webhook is here. 34, can we get this running? Hamburger, HelloFresh. Oh, come on. The image is there. It's literally here. Why is it not showing? Console. Maybe it's like a caching thing. Hamburger. By the way, guys, when you're testing this, if you're testing with an expensive model, you are going to pay when you're testing. So you can always do it with a cheaper model. But okay, we might not be seeing it here. But if we download it, no, we can't do that either. I was going to say, okay, it's apparently fixing the path. So we might still be in without hour to get that working. Come on. I'll give us a couple minutes of buffer time. But if it's longer than that, then we can't keep that packaging. Right. How is app? Okay, so next steps, configure webhook. We've done that. The integration is fully functional and ready to process real payments. Wow, very nice. Okay, it's saying we should finally see our hamburger image now. So let's come here, test it. Hamburger, HelloFresh style, generate image. Time is 36. I think it's, there you go. Okay, there we go. We were 1 minute over, but there is our app. We've got payments also set up here, ready to take payments. We've got this upgrade flow here that's not set up because we're local, but the foundations are there ready to deploy. Convex, Nano Banana, image generation. That's what you can do in an hour. Okay, yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some bugs here and there. We might need to tweak the payment stuff, but just to show you what you can actually do in an hour. You see all these AI images get released. You think, oh, I should build with that, but I don't have the time. Use the tools you have available. Use Convex Chef, use Replicate. Make it easy for yourself. Hopefully you guys are seeing that we're building apps in a day. In this case, even in an hour, you can get far. So let me now clean things up and get ready for deployment, because in our challenge, this needs to be out on a live URL. So we're going to do that. We're going to get it cleaned up, and we might try it in Sandbox for payments just to check it's working. So stay tuned for that. But I'm glad we pretty much hit that deadline of an hour. I'm pretty buzzing about that. And let's also try an image of our dish whilst we're here. Why is it not letting me copy and paste that image? Okay, so let's upload. Oh, no. Why is upload not working? It's all ready. So I think we've got all the infrastructure for that. And so it's just going to add the functionality to actually drop that in. And there we go. We can download that. Oh, no, we can't. Oh, I'm sweating after that. That was a speed run. And if there is anyone in the comments who wants to say, oh, actually, you didn't do this within the hour, then I'm always open to doing a build off. That would be good fun. Let's get on the channel. Let's do a little build off. And maybe we could even make that into a bit of a series. But no, generally a lot of people in my comment sections have been super supportive. So thank you for watching, and thanks for following along. And do hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying these builds, if you're enjoying the journey. But in the meantime, I'm going to fill up my water. We're going to get this patched up, and we're going to get this out onto production. Okay, team. So I was being an absolute muppet. Copy product ID. It's up here. It's hidden. I was looking for ages for product ID. All along here on this sidebar, thinking, where is the product ID? It's up here. No. Okay, now let's give this a spin. Yeah, there we go. Let's go profile. Upgrade now is not working. Oh, what have we done there? Okay, here we go. Okay, let's go and try this again now. So we're going to come to our profile. And we're going to click upgrade now. Now it's going to take us to Polar. Here we're going to do the Stripe test card, which is 424242. We're going to subscribe. Processing order. Your order was successful. Very nice. Okay, it's not redirecting me quite. Okay, so it is actually saying I've got an active subscription already. So it did work. So it just didn't, and it's not updating in my account profile. I should now redirect me back to the app once that goes through. And Bob is your uncle. Still no redirect, which is strange. Maybe I need to update something in Polar. Redirect in Polar. So if we sign into this guy, now we're going to see premium. There we go, folks. If you do test checkout and the redirect. Hey, apparently we are all good now. So let's do the final test to make sure this is all working. Let's sign up. Alex. Okay, so we've signed up as a new user. We're going to come here. We want to upgrade so we can make our restaurant images look absolutely amazing. So we're going to upgrade here. We are going to do the same 424242. We're then going to subscribe, and this should work. Famous last words. Yes. Oh, what happened there? Literally famous last words. Okay, so this should work now. Redirect me, upgrade the account. We're going to have 100 generations. We're going to be able to make all the nice curry photos that we want to do. Our Just Eat account is going to be looking the best in the business. Why is that still not working, John? And again, yes, this isn't the most glamorous part of building, but it's important. Without this, you're going to be limited on the models you can use, the value you can provide to users. You need this paywall stuff. I've been shying away from it. I can't do that. It also, if you've got paywall up, it's going to force you to make more valuable apps. So come on. Still no upgrade. Okay, if you are interested, it basically steered away from using the official Convex Polar component. Again, I'm not going to try and hide the fact that this payment stuff took longer. I am the best underestimator of how long this stuff takes. I'm the best in the business at underestimating it. Okay team, last try here before we head out for the evening, and then we'll come back and make sure that this is all out on prod. I got it working and I forgot to start filming. Literally, there you go, you can see generations remaining. I did go out, to be fair. I haven't been hacking this whole time, but we got it working. Very nice. Let me show you one more time. If I confirm it through this, then you can as well. So the lesson here maybe is that sometimes you got to just step away from the computer. There we go, we'll sign up there. We got 3 generations. You saw us generate earlier. We're going to come to profile. We're going to upgrade now. Then we're going to put in our test card 424242 as you do. And we're going to go ahead and subscribe for this very generous $20 a month plan. And just so, there we have it folks. 100 generations remain. Let's create a hamburger and fries. Let's make it fancy restaurant style. Let's generate that. And now it's time to just deploy. There we go. Look at that. Fancy restaurant style. Ooh, don't mind. I just had a big fish and chips myself, so I'm not super hungry. But there we have it. 99 generations remaining. Happy days. Okay, team, here we go. The hour build and the last bit took a little bit longer than an hour. But here we are. So let us make an account here. We'll sign up instead. And here we go. 3 images here. So we're going to do a fish and chips, and we're going to do Hello Fresh style. We're going to generate that image just to confirm it's all working lovely on prod. And you've seen this before, but for the sake of sealing off the deal, and I'll tell you what folks, I won't speak too soon. Let me just check that our payment is remaining. This is obviously taken off a credit, so let's go to profile and let's upgrade now. Okay, here we go. Let's do that again. Let's double check the payment is working here on prod. I'll give it 30% chance of working, 20% chance. Because it was redirecting to profile, so I'll be damned. It did work. There we go. I thought we were in for a long night, but look, it's a single page. Wow, there we go, working. Payment is working. I'm not going to test it again on prod because you're not meant to really test payments on prod. But wow, 4th time. This is the 4th app we've tried to do it. And again, if you've been watching, it's not that we can't do Stripe payments. We've done it before. It's just under that crunch with that last hour to go. You can even see here the time is late. I thought we were not off the hook. I thought we were about to go into deployment hell again, but we made it. I'm very happy about that. There we go. We got our Nano Banana app. Hopefully future me came in and gave you that resource for some app ideas you can build with Nano Banana. And as you can see, we can move quick. And now I've got this auth payment flow somewhat nailed down now. I'm going to create some resources that you guys can use in your projects. And hopefully pass these to Claude Code, pass these to Cursor, and you can avoid the pain and long nights that I've been going through. No need to thank me there. Just hit the subscribe button and drop a like in the video. That's all it takes, eh? But yeah, that wraps up today's build. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. That one was a bit fun. I'm going to do some more speed builds like that. Bonus here, I did actually whip up a cheeky landing page. We'll bundle that in as well to the app. Nice little before and after, like I said. So let's grab that code here. Okay. And as you can see from V0, we can just literally drop that in and it should crack on with that to give it a bit of polish. But yes, this is just a final thought. Now it's crazy now that landing page is just like a single prompt now. And yeah, there we have it, folks. Until next time, catch you in a bit.